What happens to all of us when we have a pressing need in our life is our needs blind us. Our lack blinds us to the good things around us. Anytime you have a problem or a pain in your life, that problem or pain tends to take your attention away from everything else, and all you can see is that. It's just the natural thing that happens. This is exactly what happened to this lady. She was going through a really tough time, and all she could see was her lack. All she could see was her problem. All she could feel was her pain. 2 Kings 4, verse 2, Elijah replied to her, "How can I help you?" So she's cried out to Elisha. He asked the question, "How can I help you? Tell me, what do you have where? In your," what does it say? In your house. What do you have in your house? Your servant has, what's the next word there? Your servant has nothing there at all, she said, except a little oil. Let me talk about this for a moment. And so she's got this problem. Her sons are going to be taken to pay her debt. They will go into slavery. She's got this big issue. She cries out to Elisha, which is symbolic to us of us crying out to God. And so now Elisha says, you've asked me, what do you want me to do? Let me ask you a question now. What do you have in your house? You told me about your need. You're really occupied with your problem. You're really concerned about your lack. I know you're only thinking about your pain right now, but can you step back for a moment and tell me, what do you have in your house? And she was so caught up in her problem, her response was, I don't have anything, I have nothing in my house. See, when you're occupied with pain, you think that there's nothing to help you. There's no resource available for you. So she said, I don't have anything. And then she thought a little bit further, well, I do have a little jar of oil. I've got a little jar of oil there, but that can't be anything of significance. I'm not even thinking about this as a part of my resource package, if you will. It caught her off guard as she thought about what was in her house, and she could only realize she had a small flask of oil. But unbeknownst to this lady, that small flask of oil was going to become the seed for her deliverance. That small flask of oil was the seed of her possibility. It was a seed of potential. If she did what God told her to do with that small flask of oil, provision would come to her life. The seed for her future was already in her house.